guys? This is Master here with a brand new video. My brother had to turn down his phone. And today we're doing what if Deku had a shushu or a weird demon thing. So if you guys do not know, if you never watched Whack Fu, it's like a Netflix series on Netflix. The French Me is actually good. Good to you French. So glad Forge Kids has not touched this. If they have touched it though, they would ruin the entire series and nobody would like it. So let me tell you about shushu. So they're locked in these weapons, like a sword, like the small sword. And you can see on this guy, he has like a lot of them. Now they just don't have to have one eye though. They can have like multiple eyes on their weapon, or like you see one. There's one with sword, a dagger, glove, a guns. And yeah, that's it. And there's like a lot of them though. So we're just gonna be talking about the shushu Anathar. Now he has the ability to, when he touches somebody, he gains copies their abilities. Like All For One, but he can't steal them. So let's say Deku lives in this village. Now everyone mostly in his village does have a shushu. So like let's say he has like a middle school in his village that they say that you're a guardian of a shushu for like the rest of your life, so they give them one though. And they say if you get out of control with your shushu, we're gonna immediately kill you on the spot. That means so if your stamina's really down, you just let your shushu control though, then like if it doesn't go back to its sword or like weapon, they will immediately kill you and take the shushu. And let's just see. Let's say Deck is like at the top of his class, so then they tell him that you get Anathar shushu, and he's like in this. Let me just search up Wakfu shushu, and it starts with A. Anathar, and a. I'm like one of those people that actually has to like see the thing. Now let's see. So this is where a person named Sir Personnel and his shushu. This is how the shushu really looks out. This is how he looks out of the weapon, full of rocks and stuff like that. His ability when he gets hit, he grows size like the Dragon Ball character, the three wolves. Don't know their fucking names though. And let's say that the only way they can get out is to allow their guardians to let them out. So in the middle school we give Deku Anathar, and let's say he's in a weapon like a sword, cause I know he's in this robe. Like that seems really boring, so we're just changing up where he is. So he's in a sword. And, well, they tell him that if any of you get out of control with your shushu, then we're going to kill you on the spot. No questions asked. Everyone's saying, are they serious though? And they're being serious. And Deku goes home, because it's in middle school where they live. And Deku tries to get a UA. So he walks home, because like his home's actually like in this, like, it's in a small village, but like, everyone has a shushu. His mother has one, but like it's not that powerful though. And her shushu and her actually get along a lot, so they're like protective of Deku though. And well, she asks Deku what type of shushu do you get for the end of the school year, and he shows her a sword that has Anathar. And she heard about him though, like abilities to copy though, and she's really scared because her shushu's scared of her. And this sounds really weird, but like, let's say Anathar was like he killed people when he was like out though. So they have two different dimensions: the human realm and the shushu realm, where like they have this big shushu that's like the king of there though. So like the only way, like if you're a trader, then it's called rush. So like you have to battle the 666. Sounds like a weird cult thing, but it's not. It's like these little monsters that like can eat shoes and stuff. Like they can damage them though. Even if you have the ability that doesn't allow you to get damage, they bypass that. They're like plot armor but times 12. And now Deku starts training with shushu though. And if you just like his sword's small, so like if he hits it on something, they'll get really big. Like as no homo, of course. No. Shut the fuck up. And sorry for saying that though. Susan is a little bitch. If your name is Susan, I'm so sorry. But like the Susan on YouTube's a bitch. And Deku tries to like talk to Shushu, and he really doesn't talk though. But like he would so let's say Deku trains for a while with his sword, and like he knows swords skills, dodging and stuff. And let's say he gets through the isn't there like two things? No, there's only one thing I think. So like it's just the 0 point robot thing. So they get there and Deku's the only person in his school that has a shushu. And like everyone else in his school that is in middle school though, like goes to other places because like let's say there is another shushu wielder, but like nobody knows what is it. And well, Deku could tell when because they have like this little thing in their pocket that they always have though, all times. So it would have like it would blink though, so like it would have show up a number 1 for like one shushu in the area, or it continuously counting up, and there's 3 shushus. So then he sees one of his friends from his middle school and a bully from his other middle school. And let's say that Bakugo is from the normal middle school with quirks though. And these shushus can like copy quirks. So they go and Deku immediately starts destroying robots left and right. And well the other 2 are just like only using they're allowing the shushus to get out, and like Anthar says, "Hey kid, let me out though." And he says, "No way, I heard all about you though." And this is how he would actually look like though. This is his armor, but like and this is how he was like when he was in a jail cell though. Or like this. So he would just have his armor. And the shushu can force his owners to like actually let him out though, but like he's still connected with him though. And let's say that Deku allows him to use only like he says, "I'll allow you to let out if I get to control your powers." And he says, "Deal." So he allows Deku to control his power for a while, and he's actually like everyone's saying that like anyone who knows about shushus, all those kids from their middle school knows about them too. But like they've never seen one. And Deku turns into this big one though, and he starts destroying robots. And well, the other 2 people turn into their shushus, and let's say that the other 2s are like really small. So like let's say that it's one of these, like a small magma girl right here, and this one for the other guy. I really don't know, but like let's just say there's only one person with a shushu in UA. Not even 8 gonna make characters up. And Deku's like destroying like robots though. And everyone thinks that Deku's a monster, so Bakugo would actually try to explode him. And Anthar would actually like try to copy Bakugo's power, and he did. So he says, "Nice power though," and he uses the explosion to get Bakugo off him, and here's that 0 from robots coming, and he says, "Finally my type of..." Marbles, did you eat your cereal?
Yeah.
Why is it under my bed?
That's not mine.
That is yours. Throw it away then.
That's not mine.
I said throw it away.
Okay.
Sorry guys, but I saw it's right in here, idiot.
This?
Yes.
Okay.
That ain't mine. Fucking marvelous. And well, sorry for doing that though, but like gets on my fucking nerves. Now, Deku, Deku actually, like, I don't know how the sequence was. Was it Deku grabbed the chocolate first or something? So Deku actually, like, goes after the Zoppo robot in his form right here in the image. And he uses the explosion quirk to actually blow up the robot, his head off, though. And, like, it doesn't work anymore. And I would say, no way, though. And, like, fuck those things. There's no way that kid did that, though. And Deku doesn't have a quirk, so he has this. And Deku would turn back to normal. And when you turn into, like, you'd say, like, nice job, kid, though. And, like, he would put him behind his, back. And he sees, Ochaku on that rubble. And, like, he would get her out of there. So then he would, like, take her to the infirmary and stuff like that. So now he walks out there, but, like, before he can, Bakugo says, what the fuck are you, though? And Bakugo sees that eye on the sword, and he actually takes the sword, though, and he says, whoa, kid, you should, whoa, you might want to give that back to me, though. And he says, what, you're gonna turn into that little monster thing? And Anthor pulls a little trick on Deku, so he turns to that monster, but, like, more beefier and stuff like that. And, well, Anthor actually has the power, so, like, Deku has no power, though. And Anthor says that, well, kid, you should not grab my sword. So then he actually spits him out, though. And he actually turns back to normal into his sword, because they can't actually grab people and, like, spit the husk out. The people that are, like, in them, though. And the sword would just stand there, though, like, just being that rock. And Deku would pick it up, and he would be walking on his way. And let's say he trains a little bit more, though, and the Sludge Villain did attack Bakugo, but Bakugo actually didn't get, let's say Bakugo does get, All for One, All Might's quirk. And let's say he didn't use it in the fight, because he didn't know, because he never got it yet. And Bakugo All Might speaks to Bakugo and say that you're really good, though, and I hope you can become my successor. He takes the job immediately, yes. And they start training over the week, though, and Deku starts training over the week by using sword skills, though, and learning a lot about pressure points and stuff. And, well, Deku actually looks at this. So they have stats in, like, shushu, so his stat is level 7 of his shushu. And Inko's stats on hers is, like, level 3. And you're asking what's his dad's stats. And his dad divorced. Yep, his dad left him. He divorced, though, so, like, he has to go there every single week then. Like, every single Saturday and Sunday. And his dad's a little bit of a douchebag, though, in this one. But, like, he actually can't go to there anymore, but, like, his dad would, like, try to convince Deku to go over there. He once did, because he just wanted him to stop, though. And he almost, like, attacked him, though. When he was, like, 10 or 11. So he stopped going over there, though, because he's, like, 15, and he gets to choose where he cannot go. I think that's how it works, though. And he trains a lot, and now he's got to UA, though. And they say, good job, though. And All Might knows about shushus, but, like, he never, like, he actually got to wield one for, like, one time in one of his fights, though. But, like, for a short period of time. Though, and he would ask, because he would, when he got in, he would tell, Deku to, like, come to the beach 5 a.m. sharp, and Bakugo would be there, too, and Deku sees Bakugo, and Bakugo sees Deku, and he says, what do you want, though, and he says, why are you here anyway, and he says, I'm meeting, somebody here, and they just wait, And All Might gets there, and he says, "Oh, good, you two came." And he said, "Wait, I thought I was gonna be." And then he tells Bakugo to be quiet for a while, and he says that whoever can clean up this beach first wins and gets a prize. And Bakugo already knows the prize is it's All Might's Quirk. Now, who do you think's gonna win? Now, I'm saying Bakugo would not win, and Deku would say that Anthor would say, "Wow, it's All Might." And All Might would ask, "Who the heck said that anyway?" And he shows him that his sword. And it's really like cursed though, like it has like red aura around it with black intentions. And well, it's Bakugo versus Deku in this like match of picking up the trash. So Bakugo uses the explosion to destroy it, and he uses the exact same thing. So he said, "Huh? So both of you have the exact same quirk?" And he says, "No, my shushu allows me to copy anyone's ability I touch, or if somebody touches me though." And All Might would not allow Deku to touch him because he knows he can just immediately copy All for One. Wait, technically Deku could just get All Might's quirk, and then like All Might can just give it to Bakugo. And well, let's say Bakugo actually like Deku wins, and All Might would say, "Take this though of his hair," and he said, "Wait, no, I just have to touch you and get your quirk," and he just does, and he gets really buffed up though and stuff. And he says All Might to he actually like allows Deku to eat the hair though in its human form too, so like both of them have the exact same power. And Bakugo gets really mad about this though, and he challenges Deku to a fight though. And he says, "You're on." So like they have this All Might allows it, and Bakugo uses a giant explosion though. And Shushus are mostly invincible to like anything. They're even invincible against lava though, so like they're invincible like against a lot of things, but they can get damaged. So Deku immediately like uses his. Now you see how his arms are like look like they're falling off though. They can stretch out though. So like he stretches out his arm though and grabs Bakugo. And all it says that 1 point goes to Deku and 0 points go to Bakugo. And All Might would say that, "What's your name, Kay?" Says Izuku Midoriya. And he calls him, young Midoriya. And he says Bakugo and stuff. So they go again. And he wins again, though, by using explosions to knock out Bakugo. And, well, he says, "Well, I have to go, though, because I have to do some more training." So, like, he goes. And Bakugo said, "You only won because your little monster transformation, though." And Deku hears this, and he said, "What?" And he said, "You heard me, though." And he throws down the sword straight, and he said, "Oh, now it's getting on, though." And they go again, and Deku wins because he always wins. It's plot armor, of course. He actually like pins down Bakugo on the ground and says, "What?" And Bakugo would try to use the explosion to get him off him, but like when Anthor allows Deku to have his power, he can actually gain the ability of copy Quirk too. So say that because my what if? And Deku sort of wins. He wins always. And All Might says, "Well, Bakugo, it looks like Deku's worthier of my power than you." And he picks up his sword, and he puts it behind his back, and he says, "Well, bye then." And Bakugo, don't be a little bitch anyway, though. And he says, "Boy, you little motherfucker." And he just walks away. And, well, it's a few days later, and they get into UA. So Deku walks away his sword, because they allow the Shushus in UA, because technically anyone can get in, though. So then Dex is the only person with a sword, but like his sword can like shrink down to like a little pocket knife or something. So then it shrinks down to this little sword in his pocket though, and he falls, but then like let's just see, he falls, Chalk saves him, and she says, I'm sorry I used my quirk on whoa. SCPs, yeah. She says, I'm sorry I used my quirk on you and stuff like that, and he says, no problem. And Deku goes to class 1A, and Ida sees him, and he says, Buck up to do all that crap though, and he says that, aren't you that kid that like destroyed the 0 point world? I thought he says yeah, and he says, wait, how you did that anyway? And Deku's really like, let's say Deku's claustrophobic, and like everyone would try to surround him and stuff like that. And he pulls out like a little sword, and it becomes like a giant sword, like the size of a sword though, like in the medieval times. So then he tells them that this is a shushu and all that stuff, and they said Ida does study like a lot of things though, and you would know what shushus are. And he said, oh, so that's the type of shushu, and he didn't want to know all the shushu's name, but he would know some of the legendary ones, like he would say that there's no way, there's only like the max rank is like max 10, so like only one person has that tier of the shushu level, and that would be like the king of all shushus. And Deku's shushu is like 3 more ranks. If it had 3 more ranks on it, it would be equal to the king of all shushus. So then Ida asked what's the shushu's name, and the shushu would say, I'm Anthar, and Ida would say, wait, that's Anthar though? And he says, yeah, and Mr. Rizal gets in there and says, oh, you shut the fuck up. And he says that all you need to get like now and like do all the 8 seconds 0 crap. So he tells him to put the gym clothes on and go. So now Deku, Mr. Rizal wouldn't know what shushus are. Like everyone in the world knows what shushus are, but like only a few people do have them. And Deku would like, let's say that when he turns to shushu, it would be the exact same form as him, but he could speak through the eyes though, like for some reason. I don't know how they do that. And well, Mr. Aiza tells Bakugo that since you go first, so you go first, and Bakugo gets 700 meters. But Choco goes next, she gets infinity, and Mr. Aiza tells Deku to use his shushu and his quirk, and he tells, he just does it. So like, he turns to his giant shushu though, and he says, I knew that's how he looked though, and he has these little tentacle things like coming out of him though, and he just say, well, he actually like nobody notices under his feet though, but he's like copying everyone's quirk though in his class, and Anthar would like gain all the effects of them. So he would gain Ida's engines, Dark Shadows thing, Ochaka's infinity powers, like to gravity. Like all of them would be like buffed up, so like everything would be buffed up though. And he would use all my strength to throw it in the air. And it would get like infinity, of course. And he tells him to turn back, so he does. And he tells Deku to use his quirk. And Deku would still have the features of what Anthar has, so those quirks are permanent. He can't take them off them. And he throws them. And he throws the ball and gets infinity. And they say, Deku / Anthar infinity. And saying, wait, did your shushu copy our quirk? And he said, I really don't know. He does it smugly though, but everyone knows he did. And, well, there's only one drawback though. Deku really doesn't know how to use Ida's engines. But his shushu does. And it's the next thing. So they start racing. So then Ida actually like is almost there. But Deku says, no, So he pulls out his shushu and transforms to him. And he's faster than mostly everybody. Because Ida's engines are like times 10 boosted. So then he gets there really fast. And Bakugo's saying, no fucking way. And Bakugo's actually going to charge at Deku with explosion. And he actually like hits him. But like it does really nothing. And he makes Bakugo float in the air by touching him. And Bakugo's floating in the air, and he says, get me the fuck out of the air though. And he says, ask nicely, Bakugo. And he says, please. Like in a mean way, he says, fine. And he says, release. So then he falls. And, well, let's just say that in the future, wait, Luke Noble? 1,000 Days trailer. Oh! 1,000 Days of Luke the Noble, guys. Trailer. Come on, guys, like him. Crack Kid's love. Sorry, guys. Crack Kid did do some bullshit, though. Now, this we're gonna leave off here, but still, let's just continue on with a little bit more, and then I'll end it. So then, they're doing, like, a few more things, and Mr. Aizel tells them that they have, like, a sparring match. So then Deku got first place in mostly all the things, so then he gets to choose, he gets to fight first. So he asks his Bakugo, and he goes first. So, like, Bakugo knows how to use this quirk, though he knows all the weaknesses. But he knows that Deku's, shushu actually buffed up all of them. So, Deku says this is gonna be easy. And they say, yeah, because he has all of our quirks, though. And, well, Deku pulls out, like, a dark shadow, though, of him. A dark shadow, and Anthar's head, though, on it. And he says, ha ha ha. And he pulls out, like, multiple of them. And Bakugo uses his big explosion to, like, kill them. And half of them are, like, away, though, and half of them are, like, splattered all the way. And he can, like, change his size. So he would choose, like, not a giant size, though, but, like, a normal human size of it. And Bakugo saying where the fuck he went, though. And he's right behind you, Bakugo. And he grabs him by the hair and grows back to a normal size and said, well, Bakugo, you show look, though, because you had 3 weaknesses. Number 1, you're arrogant. Number 2, you think you're better than everyone. And number 3, you can't beat me. So then he throws Bakugo's head. Like, he doesn't throw it, he just, like, throws him off the mat. And he turns normal. And Mr. Aizel writes some stuff down, though. And, well, this is the end of Mr. Aizel's class, and they do everything else. And Deku walks home, and, Ida and Ochaku say, wow, that's really cool, though. You have, like, Ida would say that, you know my quirk's really hard to master. And he says, I know. And he says that as long as my, he'd say all these quirks are permanent on me now. And, like, he's saying, wait, what? So, you know that, I want to search up who's in class 1A, so I know their quirks. Everyone in class 1A. Ain't this everyone, right? I'm scared now. So, yeah, so he wouldn't copy everyone's quirk. He wouldn't copy any quirks that he thinks are useless. So he wouldn't copy the rock guy's quirk. He would copy everyone else's quirk except the rock guy. Poor little rock guy. You're a bitch. And he would copy the girl's quirk too that has invisibility. Everyone knows that's the mutation quirk, but like he can't actually turn it off and on. And he says, I can't. And again. And Halloween does come up soon. So like let's say in 3 days, Halloween comes up though, and UA does support Halloween. So like they would tell them to like have a costume, but like they would have a theme of it and stuff. And Mr. Rizal tells them that if they can make a costume that scares even me, that they'll get immediately free homework pass for the whole entire month. And Ida would say that, like in the future though, but like Ida would say that, what's you and that Bakugo anyway? Like he tried to take my shushu and it turned into like this giant beast, and the 0 Point robot fight though. And he tries to take it again in the beach while I was at training. And Ida would say, and well, he says that they would ask where you live anyway. He says, I live in this little village over here. And they say, oh yeah, that village that has great food though. And he says, yeah. And he does live there though, but like, yeah, he does. And most everyone there has a shushu and stuff. And everyone has heard of this place. They call it the shushu home, and they would actually go there today. So like, Ida would ask his parents like, can he go with one of his friends? And they would say yeah, but just get there really she would ask where they're going, and he would tell them the shushu area. And she says yes though. But she just says that, remember the law. If you get infected by shushu, we can kill you immediately. And he understands, and Ochaku gets permission. So they walk to Deku's hometown, and everyone would be like, nobody would be scared of Deku because he would know how to control shushu. And that little area, actually, shushus can get out though. And there's like different areas in the village though. So like level 1 through 4's area has like a little area. Levels through 5 through 10 have a little area. So that's it. So like there's 2 little areas. And when the shushu does get out though, and he drops the sword, like the husk would just be the sword of it and stuff. So they would meet they would eat Inko's mother, and Inko would make a little joke about, is this your little girlfriend, Izuku? And he said, no, and she would say, no, what? And they would see, Inko's shushu, it's like a big spider. And, Ida would say, isn't that like the shushu called, spider venom? I don't have a name for it, sorry. And she says, yeah, that's, my friend. And if you saw her form, it would, like, be a spider, like, legs coming out of her back, though. And this we're gonna have to leave off here. I'm gonna do what my brother's one. It's called What If Deku Had Morphos Powers. That's from Max Steel. If you've never seen it, he's, like, this weird combined form of, like, different things. And he, like, copies Quirk. He could copy powers. But he can only copy one at a time, though. But then he evolves to, like, he can copy 2. He can't die, though. It's really good, but, like, it's really cool. You guys have to see it. And goodbye.